At yung offer po ni Ramon Ang, Presidente at CEO ng San Miguel Corporation, nagustuhan ng ating Pangulo po. Iwan ko kung magustuhan ng mga mayors. Although inimbita po ng MMDA yung mga mayors sa Metro Manila. Kasi po, palabigasan po nila, mawawalan ng mapagkakakitaan po ang maraming LGUs at congressmen sa offer na ako na niya maglilinis, sabi ni no cost, sabi ni Ramon Ang. Bilyon-bilyon po ang mawawala. Matitipid ng gobyerno pero mawawala sa mga corrupt officials. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Siguradong magkakaroon ng maraming kaaway nito yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Bakit niya, Mr. Maravillas? Kanina, nilunsad niya mga kababayan, kanina lang, yung isumbong sa Pangulo ang mga problema sa flood control projects sa inyong lugar. Yan ibinulgar po ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos yung mga ginagawang kawalanghiyaan ng mga contractors na sigurado may mga involved dito na mga opisyal ng gobyerno. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, mismo anya ako, babasahin ko isa-isa itong mga isusumbong ninyo. Kasi without the participation ng mga tao, maging vigilant sa implementasyon anya ng mga proyekto ng ating gobyerno, especially sa flood control, mahirapan na niya talaga tayo. Kaya kailangan na niya tulong-tulong tayo. Kaya nilunsad niya ang isumbong sa Pangulo. Yan yung ating Pangulo kanina. So kailangan lang bisitahin ng www.sumbongsapangulo.ph. Hanapin ang inyong barangay, bayan o probinsya at magpadala ng video o larawan kasama ang maikling paliwanag ng problema. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, sama-sama nating bantayan ang pundo ng bayan. I-report ang mga isyo sa flood control project sa inyong lugar. Iba? Mga kababayan, maraming congressmen ito ang magagalit sa ating Pangulo kasi milking cow nila, mga kababayan, ng flood control projects, ng karamihan po ghost. At yung offer po ni Ramon Ang, Presidente at CEO ng San Miguel Corporation, nagustuhan ng ating Pangulo po. Iwan ko kung magustuhan ng mga mayors. Although inimbita po ng MMDA yung mga mayors sa Metro Manila. Kasi po, palabigasan po nila, mawawalan ng mapagkakakitaan po ang maraming LGUs at congressmen sa offer na ako na niya maglilinis, sabi ni no cost, sabi ni Ramon Ang. Bilyon-bilyon po ang mawawala. Matitipid ng gobyerno pero mawawala sa mga corrupt officials kasi yun po yung paglilinis ng mga estero, mga kanal, pati mga basura. Nagkakakitaan po yan ng ilang mga officials ng gobyerno. Kaya nga po hindi maayos-ayos ang mga problema kasi yung mga problema, yan mismo ang negosyo. Yan mismo ang negosyo nila. Sources nila ng limpak-limpak na salapi. O ngayon, ito ngayon ang ina-address ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kaya tingin ko maraming magagalit sa ating Pangulo. Pati yung mga kalyado niya. Yan, sabi niya, Marcos welcomes SMC boss Ramon Ang's offer to address flooding woes. Natuwa yung ating Pangulo rito sa offer ni Ramon Ang. Yan, sabi rito sa balita ng Inquirer, no one will be spared in flood control project crackdown. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, this is why this is the reason why the private sector needs to be part of our national development. Thank you, sabi ng ating Pangulo, sa offer ni Ramon Ang. Yan sabi ng ating Pangulo. Kasi sabi ni Ramon Ang doon sa press con niya noong August 8, ako po, San Miguel, Ramon Ang, nagbo-volunteer ako ngayon. Ako nang tutulong sa buong Metro Manila magsosolve ng baha at no cost to the people, at no cost to the government. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, thank you. Yung proposal ni Ramon Ang is also certainly very welcome because we've seen his projects. Maganda. He's able to bring it on time. The man is an engineer. I'm so sure pinag-aralan niyang mabuti yan. Engineer pala to si Ramon Ang. Kaya napakagaling niya mga kababayan mag-solve ng problema. O ito yung binulgar ng ating Pangulo kanina. 15 contractors cornered 100 billion worth ng flood control projects since 2022 niya. Panahon niya, sabi dito, President Marcos questioned why only 15 contractors bagged 20% of nearly 10,000 flood control projects since 2022, noting that more than half of this government-funded infrastructure anya did not provide details as to what type of structure was being built. Ganon katindi ang milagro, mga kababayan. Walang detalye kung paano at ano ang uri ng infrastructure na kanilang itatayo. Yan po, pinangalanan na po niya. Legacy Construction Corporation, Alpha P, Omega o Alpha E and Omega, General Contractor and Development Corporation, St. Timothy Construction Corporation, QM Builders, AGB Construction Corporation, Top Notch Catalyst Builders Incorporated, Centerways Construction and Development Incorporated, Sunwest Incorporated, Hightone Construction and Development Corporation, taga rito sa amin, 888 Construction and Supply Incorporated, Royal Crown Monarch Construction and Supplies Corporation, Wawaw Builders, MG Samidan Construction, LRTK Builders Incorporated, Road Edge Trading and Development Services. Yan o. Top 15 contractors with the most flood control projects. Sabi ng ating Pangulo sa press con kanina, the Department of Public Works and Highways niya, highways 545.64 billion pesos flood control projects budget from July 22 to May 2025. About 100 billion or 20% of these contracts were awarded dito sa nasabing mga contractors. Top 15 contractors. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, ang tanong ko ang niya, why most of these flood control projects were located in areas were not among the most flood-prone places in the Philippines? Data from Malacanang show that top 10 provinces with the most number of flood control projects from July 2022 to May 2025 are as follows. Sa Bulacan, 668, Cebu, 414, Isabela, 341, Pangasinan, 313, Pampanga, 292. O dito sa amin, marami din. Albay, 273, Leyte, 262, Tarlac, 258, Camarines Sur, 252, Ilocos Norte, 224. Pero yung mga mas binabaha or most flood-prone provinces are as follows: Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Maguindanao, North Cotabato, Oriental Mindoro, Ilocos Norte. I think, sabi ng ating Pangulo, you will notice they do not necessarily match. I'm sure there are explanations for that. We have to study this further, but you could intuitively say na yung pinaka-flood prone, yung dapat ang may pinakamaraming projects, kailangan natin tingnan bakit naging ganyan, sabi ng ating Pangulo. Many projects also in different locations, sabi po niya, having exactly the same contract cost. It is impossible niya for one barangay to have the same projects with the exact same amount, with the exact same contractor. Imposible yan. Yung mga imposible po, ginawa nilang posible para makapangurako. Everything possible po sa mga kurakot. Basta sa pangungurakot, madali lang yan. Nagagawan lahat yan ng paraan. You see? Pero sabi dito sa balita, despite these findings, Marcos Jr. stopped short of linking particular government officials and other individuals to questionable practices within the DPWH, saying that it will be premature niya for him to name names. Ngayong oras na to, I need to hear from people first. It will be premature for me to name names. We have to be careful about this. We have to get to the bottom, sabi ng ating Pangulo. We want the people
who have taken advantage of the system to pay. Let's be circumspect about pointing fingers and shouting at people, sabi ng ating Pangulo. Kaya, nilaunch niya kanina mga kababayan yung Sumbong sa Pangulo website. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, mayroon ding maganda, mayroon ding nabuo, mayroon ding nakatulong, pero hanapin natin yung hindi maganda, yung hindi nabuo. So ipapasaliksik niya mga kababayan. Ito yung ating Pangulo ngayon after the press con. Nasa inspection siya. Yan Inspection of Pasig Marikina River Channel. Improvement Project Phase 4 sa Barangay Santo Niño, Marikina City ngayong araw na to. Yan after ng press con kanina. Pakinggan natin yung presentation ng ating Pangulo para solusyonan ang baha, mga kababayan, at maimbestigahan yung korupsyon sa flood control projects na bilyon-bilyon na po ang nauubos. Hindi man po nasusolusyonan yung problema sa flooding. So pakinggan natin yung press con.
They can first identify the projects the flood control projects that are within their area, within their barangay, so that they can actually go and look at it. Or if they already have information, they can tell us about it. Kung maganda yung naging project, kung hindi maganda yung naging project, bakit hindi maganda yung naging project, ano naging problema, etc., etc. And that's what the present website is supposed to do. Now, this is the third iteration of this website. We've been working on, kahit nung nasa India kami, we were already working on it. And it was, this is the final form of it. And we are very much open to suggestions. If the people want us to put more info or other info onto the website, we will certainly do that. But to begin with, we have I think there will be a video later on to show very simply how the website is being used. I was asked if again, this is something that everybody can use, and I'm confident that the way that we have done it is very accessible to people. Before we get to this point, can we do the video first? Can we hang on to this? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning, please. Yeah. Do that. Sige, gawin na natin yan.
So madali lang mga kababayan, i-click mo lang, mahanap mo na yung mga list ng flood control projects. Yan. Para kung wala, i-report ninyo. Madali lang ma-report sa ating Pangulo. Direkta mga kababayan. Yan
That's another feature that we just
Buong
added.
Pilipinas, interactive map.
And then, beyond that, this is the street map. Pero maraming overlay yan.
DPWH Flood Control Project.
May overlay pa yan na satellite picture.
So madali malocate. Napakaganda yung sistema. I-report. I-upload lang yung mga larawan para makita po kung totoong may project o baka ghost project. O diba? So, sa pamamagitan ng ating technology, may website na po para madaling maisumbong sa Pangulo. O, you see, yan ang bagong Pilipinas.
Yung list of projects and then yung search. Well,
Maya naman kayo.
There.
Mga magnanakaw sa gobyerno, isumbong sa Pangulo. Ang mga magnanakaw.
Doon sa pinakita, linalagay yung location, yung date, kung ano yung project. You don't need to have all of those details. All the public has to do, para ang ginawa ko, sabi ko, kasi nung unang namin natanggap ito, it was map coordinates. So sabi namin, hindi pwede. So we translated the map coordinates down to the barangay level. So ang kailangan lang ipasok ng kahit sino, buksan yung website para makita.
No. I-click lang ninyo, report.
Tama. Yun, ilagay lang.
Clickable yan lahat.
And they can search. They can search all of the. They can search all of the projects that are in their area. So kung alam na nila, pwede na sila magsabi maganda naman. Pwede sila magsabi hindi maganda ang naging project.
Very good.
And so those
transparent.
We just try to keep it as simple as possible. So that people can just put the. Yan lang naman eh. Basta barangay lang.
Para ma-inspection agad.
Kasi yung isa may listahan pa eh. Where, when, that's not necessary. If alam ninyo, di gamitin nyo. Pero kung hindi necessary na ganun, ito na lang. Basta lagay nyo yung barangay ninyo at lalabas na lahat ng flood control project. Maybe there are certain
for checks and balances, mga kababayan,
findings that we have made during the ongoing investigation that we have initiated since the SONA. And I think it is interesting for people to look into so that it can be a guide as to where maybe the problems have arisen. And these are key findings on flood control projects. Can you put that up? Yeah. These are basic data lang ito. Next page, yeah. The total cost of all of the projects since July 2022 until today is 545 billion pesos.
Grabe, napakarami po.
I don't know about you, but that is a very big number by any measure. That is an enormous.
900,000 na pala.
Going. Another observation is that there are 6,021 projects worth more than 350 billion that do not specify the exact type of flood control that is being built. Then, many projects also in different locations have exactly the same contract cost. I think anybody who works in either the private sector or the public sector, pag sinabi, may 50 project, pare-pareho, 150 million lahat. Pare-pareho lahat. Imposible yan. It is impossible for one barangay, even if they are the next barangay, to have same project to the exact same amount. Correct. With the same contractor. Imposible yan. And that is why that is a significant finding already that we have made. Now, can you keep going, please? What's in it? There. So, we looked at the regions kung saan ang pinakamarami. And this is what came out. So, that's something that we have to dig deeper into. Parang yung NCR, that makes sense. Kasi talaga yung flood problem nandiyan. Pero titignan pa natin yan. Tapos, Region 3, well, they're flood prone. But tignan natin why as opposed to other places that have that are also flood prone. Okay, next. Here, I think you can analyze this for yourself. I don't need to explain this. These are the provinces with the most projects. And at the same time, here's a list of the top 10 provinces that are most flood prone, that have been assessed to be the most flood prone. I think you will notice they don't necessarily match. This side and that side don't necessarily match. Now, I'm sure there are explanations for that. We will have to study it further. But you would intuitively say that projects the areas, rather, the provinces, or regions, whatever you want to do. Whatever pinaka-flood prone, yun dapat ang pinakamaraming project.
Correct.
Pero parang hindi tumutugma. Kaya yan, kailangan natin pag-aralan na mabuti kung bakit nagkaganyan. And, well, this is just another piece of information. Out of 170 pumping stations, that's the next one, yeah. Pumping stations, 157 were in Metro Manila. This really, more than anything, manifests how the pumping stations have become ineffective because of the garbage collection problem. So that's indicative of that. Kaya namin linagay yan dyan. Kaya dahil para malaman ng tao, gawa tayo ng gawa nitong pumping station, pag yung basura naman ay natapon, nabara yung bomba, nabara yung estero, nabara lahat, kagaya yung pinuntahan natin nung bag na last week. Wala ring silbi yung pumping station. And that's just to bring home the message that we really have to do something about the garbage problem. There are, let's see, yeah, this is
100 billion, 15 contractors lang.
2,409 contracting entities, which is understandable. Kasi sa local, ganyan talaga yan. May AA, AAA.
20% of the total, or 100 billion,
project,
awarded to 15 contractors lang.
So that's not, just to show paano yung nagkahatian. However, this is another disturbing assessment statistic. 20% of the entire 545 billion budget napunta lang sa 15 na contractor. Sa 15 na contractor na yan, 5 sa kanila ay may kontrata sa buong Pilipinas. Keep going. Yeah, with the flood, ito na yung listahan. And this is what I was talking about. 5 of these 15 contracts have projects in almost all regions nationwide. Ang justification sa pagpili ng kontratista ay para sasabihin, pagbigyan naman natin yung local. Di ba? Para naman yung mga maliliit na kontraktor, may trabaho naman sila. At mas mabilis kasi kung local. Kausap mo yung tao Again, my experience as governor is that as much as possible, we try to do it by local. Kasi pwede namin, may madali, sabi, bilisan nyo na, bakit wala pa, pwede mong anihin. You have some influence over the thing. But that for me was the one that stood out very much. 5 of these contractors had projects in almost the entire country. So those are the ones that immediately pop out na sa aking palagay ay kailangan natin tignan. So anyway, this is the initial. We are rolling out the website today. We have provided you with some of the initial information that we have had. They are not assessments. We are not accusing anyone of anything yet. However, it gives us an idea of how this has been conducted. So I hope people will take advantage of this, and as I said, there is always a way for them to give their comments. Magsumbong sila kung yan ang gusto nilang gawin. Naari naman, sasabihin nila, hindi, walang problema dito. Yun ang pinakamagandang balita na matatanggap namin. So I encourage everyone to look into this and say your piece. Kasi parang sinasabi ng mga iba, nakikita naman namin, hindi maganda, pero wala naman kami mapuntahan, wala naman kami malapitan. Ngayon meron na. Ngayon, meron na kayo malalapitan. Ito, ang lalapitan na ngayon ninyo, ako mismo. Dahil akong titingin dito araw-araw sa website natin at babasahin ko ang mga report na ibibigay ng taong bayan. So, this is the first step. We are going to keep going. This is something that is, I think, absolutely necessary. We have to clean our ranks. This is a little painful. Baka masangkot ng tao na malapit sa atin. Ngunit,
Kaibigan niya.
kahit malapit sila sa atin, mas malapit naman siguro sa puso natin yung taong bayan. Kaya sila ang unahin natin. Alright. I think that's just a preliminary briefing, and thank you, and I'll take some questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, the first question will come from Alvin Baltasar, Radio Pilipinas.
Mr. President, magandang umaga po. Hi, sir. Good morning po. Mr. President, Mr. Ramon Ang is offering to solve the flood problem in the National Capital Region. What is your take on this?
Thank you. What else? What else can you say? You know, this is why we have. This is the reason why, from the very beginning, I always said the private sector needs to be part of everything of our national development. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Now, yung proposal ni Ramon Ang is also certainly very welcome. Because you know, we've seen his projects. Maganda naman ang mga nagiging resulta. He's able to bring it in on time, and you know, the man is an engineer, so I'm sure he has pinag-aralan niya na mabuti yan. He's actually given me already this briefing before. And however, there is still another side to his proposal, and the other side of his proposal, I will fix the flooding problem. I will desil the areas here in Metro Manila anyway. But the mayors, the LGUs, have to take care of the garbage problem. It simply doesn't work until we have a solution to the garbage problem. We have a proposal for waste-to-energy solution in Manila, City of Manila. So baka naman, so that I think that will go on, but that's only for Manila. So, itutuloy natin, titingnan natin kung magandang lumabas doon. And if that's the case, then that's what we will do with other parts of, at least Metro Manila sa una, or the other urban areas na nababaha. So, again, anybody who wants to help, it's a welcome offer. Yes.
So, sir, just a quick follow-up. So, yung proposal po ni Senador Panfilo Lacson, na itap din yung ibang mga bilyonaryo sa bansa, welcome din po sa inyo yan.
Siyempre. You know, you you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Kung handa silang tumulong. And this is not anything new. The so-called taipans of the country, pagka meron tayong gustong gawin, nag-o-offer talaga sila. Kaya't marami silang naitutulong. So I will certainly look at this proposal of Ramon very, very closely and see if it's actually, if we can do it. Like I said, it will require that coordination between LGUs and I guess San Miguel, whatever it is, what part it is that they want to play. Pero nagdi-desilt na siya. Pasig River, dinidesilt na niya. So alam niya talaga yon. So anyway, that's something that that's very welcome, as I said. Any offers of help are always welcome.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Thank you. Sir, the next question will come from Ana Felicia, GMA News Online.
Good morning, Mr. President. Sir, Senator Tulfo mentioned earlier na isang undersecretary ng DPWH yung reportedly nasibak dahil po dito sa anomalous flood control. Is this confirmed, Mr. President? And sino-sino pa po kaya yung involved dito sa corrupt flood projects po? If we can name them, Mr. President.
Now? We just opened the website. No, I need to hear from other people because anong makukuha kong report? Makukuha kong report sa kung sino man, maganda lahat. So I need to hear from people first. And then if there is really something na kailangan sasabihin talaga ito consistent, ang dami nilang 15 yung project nila, puro palpak. Delikado na yan, pitignan na namin. But we don't have that yet. We haven't conducted that. If you remember, the DepDev is going to now go into all of that. Pero parallel effort yan. sa gobyerno at saka sa taong bayan. Importante yung contribution ng taong bayan. Napakahalaga. Dahil kami, nandito kami, pinag-usapan nga natin, 9,000 projects. Siyempre, didetalye namin yan, iisa-isahin namin yan. Pero ang tao, nandun sa harap nila. Pag-gising nila sa umaga, maglalakad lang sila ng kalahating kilometro, nandyan na, nakita na nila. So that's maybe more important. Kaya we have encouraged the way we put the website together. Kahit may picture, may video, i-upload ninyo sa amin para makita namin. Kasi meron kaming yung mga malalaking analysis, yung mga satellite nga, pati yung mga report. Pero iba na rin yung nakikita mo, sasabihin mo dito nasira, dito pumasok yung tubig. Nung bumigay ito, wala na, binaha na kami lahat. So that's why we are encouraging to go. We are asking people to help us and to help themselves. Dahil kung maayos natin ito, hindi na sila babahin. Or at least not as badly as they are now.
Sir, quick follow-up lang po. Doon po sa 15 contractors na nakita natin, meron po bang link sa mga government officials, especially po sa mga congressmen na nakaupo, sir?
Wala na ba talaga tayong investigative journalist ngayon dito sa Pilipinas? Trabaho niya yan. Look it up. We are going to look at it also. But it will be premature for me to name names, etc. Until we really know.
Mag-research naman kayo.
But, go out there. Tignan ninyo. Talk to the people.
Trabaho na ninyo din yun, mga reporters.
And that's I think something that we can all play a part in. I know that once this comes out, that kung ano-ano makapapasok na reklamo, kung minsan justified, kung minsan hindi, dahil may alitan for political or whatever, natalo sa kontrata, the usual thing. But we'll still go through every single one, and we still have to see what really is credible, and what needs to be acted upon. So let's also be fair to everyone, and not say ito si ganito, ito si ganyan, tanggal ka sa trabaho, unless we have a good idea of what went wrong.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question from Evelyn Quiros from Filipino Mirror.
Good morning, Mr. President. Ito pong presentation niya na website, ito po yung base na po ito sa inventory na sinubmit po ng DPWH?
Yes.
Opo. Sir Buddy, doon po sa presentation niyo, yung may a total cost of 545 billion, 350 po doon is almost 50%. Pwede po ba natin makonsider yun na ghost projects?
No.
Or hindi naman po?
We're just starting this process. Remember, we haven't, DepDev is already working on it. The Public Works is already working on it. My office is already working on it. But if I'm to stand up here and then mali si ganito, mali si ganyan, tapos mali, that's not fair. So let's be circumspect about pointing fingers and shouting at people. Tignan natin na mabuti. Because always remember, the assumption, kasi masama na ba na tao eh. So the assumption, lahat yan, walang kwenta. Hindi totoo naman yun. Meron din maganda. Meron din na buo. Meron naman na nakatulong. So, pero hanapin natin yung hindi maganda, yung hindi nabuo, yung hindi nakatulong, at kung saan napunta yung pondo para doon sa ganung klaseng project. Kung sasabihin natin, it's also possible that palpak yung flood control project dahil climate change na eh. Sa buong kasaysayan ng lugar na yun, hindi pa binaha. Nangyayari sa amin yan eh. Hindi pa binaha. Ngayon lamang binaha dahil ganyan na yung climate change na iba. Ang lakas ng bagsak ng ulan. So, kaya na-overwhelm yung flood control. Wala naman nagnakaw, pero yung specification natin doon sa flood control na yan ay para doon sa pre-climate change na sitwasyon. So we have to be careful about this. Of course, we want to get to the bottom. Of course, we want the people who have taken advantage of the system to pay and to be answerable to the shortcomings that has been demonstrated. And if there is evidence of corruption, then of embezzlement, of any kind of wrongdoing, that's when we will move. But again, we cannot do all of this without the help of the ordinary citizen. We need the citizen to play their part, their civic duty, to report to the government what they see as being wrong. So let's be, as I say, circumspect and maayos-pasok dito. Hindi yung bara-bara na, bahala na. The version in English is throwing the baby out together with the bathwater. Diba? You choose. You
Sir,
make sure that you're on good ground.
Mr. President, follow-up lang po. Doon po sa SONA, bali yung Regional Project Monitoring Committee po, ay naatasan nyo na yung parang ma-identify yung failures, tapos yung mga hindi natapos, at saka yung alleged ghost projects. Pwede po bang malaman ngayon sa inyo kung sino po talaga yung ahensya na magganito, yung pangkalahatan? Thank you po.
To be the regional, they will look at all of this. That's why what the DepDev, for example, can do. For those who are not up to, DepDev is what NEDA used to be. We just renamed it, so it's now called the Department of Development. So anyway, ang gagawin naman ng DepDev, titignan yung papel and see what happened, where it went. Tapos yung mga really very, very problematic areas, siguro papupuntahan nila. But how many areas can they go to? We were talking about 9,000 projects. Hindi nila mapupuntahan lahat. Kaya para sa akin, napakahalaga ang kontribusyon at ang mga komento, ang mga reklamo, ang mga video, mga picture na ipapadala sa atin ng taong bayan. So, lahat ng hinain ninyo, masama loob ninyo, yung nagre-reklamo kayo, frustrated kayo dahil nakikita ninyo, wala naman kayong malapitan. Ito na yung chance ninyo. Ito na yung chance ninyo. Meron na tayong website. Ang isusulat ninyo doon sa report, yung tinatawag yung sa na report, ang isusulat ninyo doon sa report, ako mismo ang babasa. Yan ang asahan ninyo. Babasahin ko bawat isa.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Ayos na ayos pa. Ito pong programa, mga kababayan, atid sa inyo nitong I Am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powdered Drink Mix from Australia. Yung promo po extended, sabi ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur. Yan promo, solid deal. Buy now, get free 45 boxes. Get free 100 sa gold. Sa Platinum, get free 112 boxes. Sa Jade, get free 250 boxes until ngayon, August 11. Kaya dapat i-avail na ninyo po, mga kababayan, ang extended promo sa mga gustong magnegosyo. Yan Dalawang paraan para makapagsimula. Straight payment, swipe mo lang buong halaga. Mabilis, diretso, hassle-free. Gamitin na ninyo yung credit card ninyo sa bangko. Installment, balance conversion, swipe muna. Tapos tawagan bank mo para gawing 3, 6, or 12 months installment. Magaan at mababa pa ang interest, depende sa bangko. Kaya kung gagamit man lang kayo, mga kababayan, ng inyong credit card, hindi pang grocery. Kasi pang grocery, diretso sa tiyan yun. Walang tubo. Diretso konsumo. Credit card ninyo, inegosyo ninyo, mga kababayan, para tumubo. Diba? Ganyan ang wise na negosyante na yumayaman. Pag umutang, investment po yung gamit sa utang. Diba? For business inquiries and orders, kontakin lang ninyo ang i-message ninyong aking anak, Chris Maravillas.